Hello, golf fans. Joe here once again for the Sports Geek, bringing you a preview and my best bets for this week's golf action. We have two events to get stuck into this week. In this episode, I am going to be focusing on LIV Golf UK, where I have a three-man squad for you, but I do also have an episode going live with Joe DeLeon a little bit later, where we take a look at the 3M Open on the PGA Tour. But we do have the final major of the season well behind us now. Really successful for those that followed me in with the long shots, and anyone that had followed my content prior to being with the Sports Geek, you will be aware that we landed Ryan Fox anti-post at 125 to 1. But we can't rest on that for too long. We do now have to move on to LIV Golf UK, taking place at JCB Golf and Country Club. One of my favourite events on the LIV Golf Tour season. In fact, I'd probably say this is one of my favourite events of the entire season. A really good golf course, one I've played plenty of times, and I really like the fact that it's obviously here in my homeland too. But I'm going to preview the course, give you my three-man squad for the event, and hopefully we can turn a nice profit come the end of the week. If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe, completely free for you to do, but it will mean that you won't be missing out on any more of my golf winners if you do so. And my content for golf is now here every single week on the Sports Geek. Okay, let's take a little bit of a look at the tournament. Like I said, JCB Golf and Country Club for this year, which is a par 71 over 7,300 yards. Very much a modern championship Parkland style golf course. And as mentioned, without doubt, one of the best venues on the LIV circuit. And they do have some good events. You've got to remember they do play at sort of courses like Valderrama, so it's not the only good event on the schedule, but this is a proper golf course. Jon Rahm returns here obviously this year too. He won the event in 2024. We got Joaquin Niemann back as the defending champion from 2025, but this is a very good field for the LIV events. We've got Bryson, we've got Jon Rahm, Tyrrell Hatton, Joaquin Niemann. And the individual championship race now for the LIV season really is starting to heat up. So all of the individual points are very much becoming an important point at this stage of the season. Really good golf course. Like I said, I've played this a fair few times myself. And the thing for me, the biggest sort of attribute that stands out the best for the JCB is distance control. I think if you're good controlling your distance with your irons, you are going to give yourself some pretty decent opportunities to make some birdies. Now, the reason why distance control is so important here is because the greens are quite well protected. And if you're not striking the ball well to reach the distance of the holes, you're probably going to find yourself in a little bit of trouble. But if you pull your shot and push the shot, but you've got the distance control okay, you're probably still going to be on the green, giving yourself an opportunity to make a few putts. So for me, the absolute crucial attribute this week is going to be distance control with the irons, and that is where you're going to produce plenty of birdie chances. The greens here are actually fairly undulating, but they're pure as they get. They roll really smooth, so good putters are probably going to benefit here. And look, of course, players, when they get to these sort of levels on LIV Golf, PGA Tour, DP World Tour, they're all pretty good at putting. It just depends who is on and who is off on those particular weeks, which is, of course, really hard to judge. But what we can do is manage our selections from tee to green. Off the tee, driver is definitely a good weapon around here. Longer hitters can probably attack and find better positions for their second shots because the fairways aren't overly restrictive here. And even if you do just miss the fairways, you probably are still going to have a pretty decent lie until you go deep into the rough. But there's enough water and bunkering around here to punish poor shots. But I do quite like long hitters off the tee here and those that control distance well with their irons over anything else. The style of player this week, as mentioned, good distance control is definitely welcomed, but it doesn't really favour a particular shot shape this week. Faders or drawers doesn't really matter too much. It just rewards aggressive golf with good ball strikers. Again, controlled aggression, good decision making, and the elite ball strikers are probably the ones that are going to thrive around here the best. You want good iron players, good distance control, good drivers, and that is how you're going to find those birdie chances. And for me, that is generally the blueprint of this golf course. Right, let's go on to my squad. I've got a three-man squad for you for LIV Golf this week. Two win selections and then one to play each way or in the place market, obviously, if you are in the US watching this as well. But selection number one is going to come as no surprise to anyone who's followed my content. It's going to be Tyrrell Hatton, One of the best players from tee to green in the entire world. I generally mean that. Technically, he has a brilliant golf swing. He has a tiny fade, which is incredibly repeatable, and that's what's enabled him to win at so many big golf courses. His short game as well is definitely underrated. He's a really good wedge player. He controls his spin really well. I think he can get pretty much up and down from anywhere. Even if he misses a green, I don't often get too worried when Tyrrell Hatton's got a wedge in his hand. Excellent around the greens, really good on them. The only concern, of course, with Tyrrell does come in with regards to his temperament. Sometimes sort of fights himself more than the golf course, and that's generally only if he's got a slight miss hit as well. And I don't really like that. But if he stays patient, he is absolutely a real dangerous contender for this week. Of course, this is his home event. He has played well here previously, but what I do like about his actual game with regards to matching the course is that he's an elite iron player, really good distance control, and this genuinely is a course that suits up perfectly for him. So nothing really not to like about Tyrrell, bar his temperament, and obviously he does come here straight from what is really a disappointing effort in the Open Championship too. But I do fancy him here, and at 8 to 1, I think he is the best bet of the week in LIV Golf UK. Now, selection number two, again, another quite short price really in regards to golf betting. But I'm just trying to back the players that I think are going to win the event. Now, I don't really like backing defending champions, but Joaquin Niemann does come here again as a really good course fit. Now, really interesting player, Joaquin Niemann, because on Parkland golf courses, he can genuinely be one of the better players in the world, but he is much better on Parkland courses over links golf. He hasn't really seemingly sort of figured that out yet whatsoever. His record on links golf courses is really, really poor. But coming back to the JCB, a Parkland course, this just allows him to sort of play his natural game once more. And these are the sort of courses he's thrived on in previous years too. Obviously won this last year, but he is a multiple winner on the LIV Golf circuit. Always at courses that excel with sort of Parkland golf courses, good ball striking, and allow him just to attack the greens. Now, he's one of the best birdie makers in the world. And when he gets the momentum going, he can actually dominate tournaments. We've seen him in the last couple of years sort of take a lead of 1 or 2 into the final round and then go on and win by 5 or 6. So if you can get him into position onto the final round, then Joaquin Niemann is definitely going to be a player to be concerned about for the rivals. Now, his ball flight, he tends to only have one shot shape. He actually hits a bit of a controlled draw, mid to high trajectory. Again, perfect for this course, but until he learns to hit a fade, he is only going to be able to play well at Parkland golf courses. But he's proven here. Makes complete sense to side with him on this occasion. His game is actually in really good shape. I know, obviously, he didn't play well in the Open Championship. He didn't really enjoy the US Open either. But again, go back to the Parkland courses and take a look at his form there. It is a big, big completely different to what you see on links golf courses. Makes complete sense to back him here this week. Striking the ball well, good distance control, birdie making machine, nothing not to like. So Tyrrell Hatton is number one. Joaquin Niemann there is number two. Now selection number three, a little bit further down the market at 33 to 1. It's Jose Luis Ballester. A hugely impressive talented CV, especially as an amateur as well. He won the US Amateur Champion. I think he won the Spanish Amateur Championship. And he might have won the British too. I'm not too sure, but I will check that out. But either way, absolutely one of the brightest young stars on any tour at the moment. A really aggressive golfer, which I quite like. Like in the addition of this team, we've got Tyrrell Hatton and Joaquin Niemann, just really good tee to green players, pretty solid with a putter too. But Jose Luis Ballester, not a defensive player at all. Just attack, attack, attack. Looking really comfortable on LIV. He's actually played pretty good on the PJ Tour as well. And he does seem to be a player that's just improving with every start he plays. Looks really comfortable out there. Settling into professional golf really well. And he comes into this event having a pretty decent amount of course form too. He was tied 7th in this last year, and he actually closed with a carded round of 65. So he already knows this course suits him well. Even without that form, though, you look on paper, things do just set up for him really nicely. He's got a lot of upside, really, really good short game. Seemingly, again, a player that can get up and down from anywhere. And if he strikes the ball well this week, not only is he going to give himself good birdie chances by hitting plenty of greens, but he's probably going to save plenty of pars by getting up and down too. A real young, improving player. I like the fact he's aggressive. I like the fact that he looks like he's really comfortable out there. Really happy to take a chance on him at 33 to 1 each way. I think with the addition of Tyrrell Hatton, Joaquin Niemann, and then Jose Luis Ballester, I think that gives us a real solid squad for this week. Like I said, interesting golf course. one I've played plenty of times, and you can score well around. But that distance control is really, really important this week, and you get good distance control by being a good ball striker. If you don't strike it well, you're not going to get that distance control. So for me, I'm taking this step. Like good ball strikers, good distance control, and solid short games is what's going to win us the event this week. Really difficult event, but the three-man squad I am very much happy with, and hopefully they can take us into the winners' enclosure this week. We've got a really busy schedule over the next few weeks. Loads of FedEx events. We've got loads on the DPO Tour. Obviously, quite a few LIV Golf events to get stuck into as well. This year, everything's going pretty smooth. I tipped an anti-post winner of 100 to 1 for the US Open, an anti-post winner of 125 to 1 for the Open Championship. And that is just the start of things here at the Sports Geek. So please do like and subscribe. I really do want everyone to interact. Get inside those comment sections as well. Let me know who you fancy, who you don't fancy, any questions. Let's get interactive with the golf and hopefully have a few winners along the way. Like and subscribe. I'll see you real soon. Gamble responsibly. Bye for now.